US Optimist Dinghy Association, and these little boats that they sail is really the beginner point for people to get into the sport of sailing. What we'll be seeing here today are 8 to 15-year-old kids for this weekend, and some of them down the road will probably be Olympic champions in the sport of sailing. But they all will start sailing these little boats very competitively.
You know, these sailors definitely are going to go on. There will be a number of them that will go on to represent the U.S. in the Olympics and the America's Cup. You know, the sailors that you see on TV today are past Optimist sailors. So this is our future Olympians and athletes.
We had a great regatta. The USODA Southeast Championship at the Pensacola Yacht Club was absolutely fantastic. We had 2 great days of racing with unbelievably competitive kids. We had a great day of practice on Friday, and everybody that I talked to, parents, kids, and coaches, all can't wait to come back to Pensacola.
I think the event was a world-class event, and I've been involved with Opti sailing for probably 5 years through my son, and we've gone to other venues, and we have one of the most I guess, best venues to hold a world-class Optimist event, and it was great to see all the competitors come in from other parts of the country, and certainly some of our folks from the Gulf Coast region.
To me, sailing is a sport that is my second nature, and it means my world. You have to use your whole body in the sport, and it's not just a physical game, it's also a mind game with tactics, wind speed, mathematics. It pretty much uses every part of your body in sailing.
Well, I think the Pensacola Yacht Club put on a fantastic show hosting the USODA Southeast Champs. I think the venue is top-notch. I've been to a few venues at different regattas, particularly in the Caribbean, and I think it was perfect. It was very well put on, very well organized. Safety was a priority, and they still got some good racing in.
Pensacola is a great place to do a regatta because the conditions are great, the hospitality is incredible. There's sunny weather, good wind, challenging conditions. I mean, I would sail here every day.
There's no better place anywhere in the world to race than on Pensacola Bay. We have probably the finest natural inland bay, protected waters, great winds pretty much year-round, and to be able to come down here and have racing on Pensacola Bay is really a treat for anyone.
Pensacola Bay is a great place to sail. I've sailed a lot of different places, and in my opinion, it's one of the best sailing venues in the world. The winds most of the year are pretty consistent. They vary by the time of the year. The bay is naturally deep for most of it, which makes it easy to sail, but it's also protected. But it's big enough to get nice, good, long courses, either in big boats or small boats. And it's just good, consistent wind. It's a great place to sail.
Pensacola is a great place to sail because most of the time the weather is good, and it's a smaller bay, but we don't get some of the chop like the bigger bays do. I love sailing because it's great exercise for me, and I also like meeting other sailors from around the country and sometimes from around the world.
One of the great things about Pensacola is there's so much for people to do while they're here, whether you're enjoying time on the white sand beaches that we have here, or taking in the lighthouse or the Naval Aviation Museum, or the great culinary aspects that we have here, or the museums. There's really a lot for everybody to do when they come to Pensacola. What people don't realize is really Pensacola's involvement in the founding of America. It was the first attempt at a settlement in 1559. People have been exploring this area ever since then. And the history here is so vast and unique. In fact, we're known as the City of Five Flags.
Being somewhat new to the area myself and still learning about it, I think Pensacola is a fantastic place to come and explore. From a tourist standpoint, I think there's a lot to do. The food's outstanding, there's southern hospitality, there's great water access, which was a big draw for us when we decided to move.
This is America's best kept secret. This is the home of the Blue Angels, our National Flight Academy. We've got so many hidden treasures here which make this such a valuable destination resort that many come to each year. And now to think that we could have a regatta or a sailing championship experience, this becomes a venue for so much more.
This event that we just had, the USODA Southeast Championship, was the second largest sailing activity ever held at Pensacola. Probably 200 kids, another 50 coaches, spectators, race committee. We probably had 500 to 600 people here for 3 or 4 days. We hope to hold the national championship here, and we are going to bid on the 2015 and the 2016. If we are successful in that bid, we will have 400 to 500 kids and probably 1,000 to 1,500 people here, not for 3 or 4 days, but for 7 days. But this bay can handle that, this yacht club can handle it, and the city of Pensacola embraces holding sailing events here. It can be part of our great heritage and culture.
The county is completely behind this. The 5 commissioners and myself are totally behind these kinds of welcoming events. This is a real treat for us too, you know.
Where are you going to find a Florida experience combined with an historical experience, combined with the wonderful outdoor aspect that you have here, all within a convenient drive of anywhere within the United States?
This is the western gate to the Sunshine State, where thousands live the way millions wish they could, and we welcome you coming.